So, with algorithms now prescribing medicine in rural clinics and even influencing global policy, who actually decides which future we build with AI?
Today's May 6th, 2025. The latest Human Development Report just came out from the United Nations Development Program. This year, it's all about artificial intelligence and, more specifically, the choices we make about AI and how those decisions could shape human progress. Did you catch the title? A Matter of Choice: People and Possibilities in the Age of AI. It's not only about what AI can do, but really what we decide to do with it.
Exactly, and that's a significant shift. The report actually makes it clear. AI isn't just some marvel of technology. It can be a tool for expanding freedoms and choices for people. But, the impact really depends on governance, and ultimately, on the people making those decisions. If you look at the data, global human development has been, well, stagnating, especially since the pandemic. The report argues AI could help reverse some of those setbacks, but only if it's used responsibly.
Let's dig into where the report says AI could make the biggest impact. Healthcare, for starters, right at the top. AI systems are diagnosing diseases, recommending treatments, even in places that don't have enough doctors. Have you seen this in practice anywhere?
Yeah, actually, in several African countries now, they're rolling out AI-powered diagnostic tools in clinics that don't have specialists. The AI looks at medical images, picks up patterns, and suggests possible treatments. It's not flawless.
Wait, when you say not flawless, do you mean it sometimes gets things wrong? Or more that it's just not as comprehensive as a human specialist?
Right, more the second one. It can miss subtleties a specialist might catch. But overall, it's increasing access, especially in places that have gone years without reliable healthcare.
Education's another area. The report highlights AI-based learning platforms that adapt to how each student learns. In regions where teachers are scarce, these systems let students move at their own speed, get more personalized support. Do you think that's really changing things in low-resource areas?
It is. In parts of Southeast Asia, for example, students are using AI tutors on basic smartphones. The AI tracks their progress, tweaks the lessons as they go. It doesn't replace teachers.
But it fills in gaps, right? Especially where classes are huge or teachers can't cover everything.
Exactly. It helps where resources are stretched thin.
And then there's economic productivity. AI's helping small farmers, like analyzing weather and soil data to optimize yields. Plus, AI tools are letting people open bank accounts for the first time. That's a big change for local economies.
Absolutely. But here's the thing. The report warns that without good governance, AI could actually widen gaps instead of closing them. Wealthier countries and bigger companies might grab most of the benefits, leaving others behind.
Which brings us to governance. The report suggests a global framework based on human rights and the Sustainable Development Goals. Not just technical rules, but really focusing on people's choices and freedoms. And they're calling for a diverse expert body, up to 39 specialists from different disciplines and regions.
And inclusivity is crucial. The UNDP makes it clear, voices from the global south need to be part of policy making. Without that, the solutions just won't fit the realities on the ground in developing countries.
Let's look at the global picture for a second. The Stanford AI Index says last year, U.S. institutions produced 40 notable AI models. China had 15, Europe just 3. But the gap between U.S. and Chinese models on benchmarks is almost gone now. There's also new AI work in the Middle East, Latin America, Southeast Asia. Could that mean we'll finally see more inclusive solutions?
It could. As more regions develop their own AI, they can address local challenges directly. For example, by training models on their own languages or health data. That can really make a difference compared to imported systems that might miss key issues.
The report also digs into public attitudes. In China, Indonesia, Thailand, Most people believe AI does more good than harm. But in Canada, the US, the Netherlands, people are much less optimistic. Why do you think there's that split?
Trust, mostly. In some places, AI is seen as fixing urgent problems, like shortages of doctors or teachers. In others, people worry more about jobs, privacy, losing control. The report says building trust through good governance is essential if we want the benefits to be shared.
So, if we don't get the governance piece right, what's the risk? What does the UN actually highlight here?
Without strong frameworks, AI could reinforce existing inequalities. Power and resources might get even more concentrated. The report calls AI a double-edged sword. It could help some, but leave others further behind.
The UN and its partners lay out some immediate steps. First, set international standards for ethics, transparency, accountability. Second, invest in digital infrastructure and AI education, especially where it's lacking. Third, build governance bodies that really include developing countries. Fourth, support technology transfer and sharing knowledge to close the AI gap. And finally, keep monitoring AI's impact so we can adapt as things change.
It's a complicated moment. The technology's moving so quickly, but the message from this report is actually pretty clear. We have choices. If we act together and with intent, we can use AI to support human development.
So the question isn't just what AI can do, but what we actually choose to do with it. That's where we are right now.
Thanks for tuning in as we unpacked the UN's Human Development Report and the choices facing us in the age of AI.
Stay curious, stay informed, and remember, how we use AI will shape the world we all live in. Thanks for listening.